All right, George, I'm in a glass case of emotion. You and I have had a wish list for this Patriots offseason, and it felt like to me this weekend, just got ripped to shreds.
That was it.
Ronnie Staley off the board. Like, what is going on, George? Who's going to be a left tackle for the Patriots? And don't tell me Will Campbell. I don't want to hear it.
Cam Robinson.
Oh.
It's just, good players don't hit it. And for Ronnie Staley to get 3 years, $60 million, $44 million guaranteed, so $20 million a year. While the Patriots are in a place where they can overpay. But he wasn't even able to get to the legal tampering period because the Ravens weren't going to let it get that far, which is genius on their part.
Smart.
And let me do the quick of what they could have done for Ronnie Staley. But what I saw was same thing. You go 3 years.
Yeah.
Signing bonus, say on the pure signing bonus, they give him more.
Sure.
With no void years, they could have made that work.
Oh, he would have got way more money with the Patriots.
And that they could have given him up to, let's say, where you're going to get 25 a year, like overpaid. They're going to have to do that for Cam Robinson still. He chose being with a contender over going to a rebuild with the Patriots.
Which I get.
I understand that.
He's closer to a Super Bowl.
And being in a building where you know what you're getting into every day.
Yes.
Playing. He looked over and he saw Lamar Jackson and goes, that's the real effing deal.
That's right.
When Drake May, he's going to be the real deal. He'll be a top 5 quarterback.
Ravens are closer.
Yes. That's it. And that's simple. Where he looked at his morality and he said, at 30, 31 years old, do you want to get paid and then lose? Or do you want to have one more shot at a Super Bowl? And this team does. I was shocked he didn't, though, hit legal tampering to drive up his price.
Sure.
But he did right by the team. And in a way, credit to him. He did what you want your best players to do. Still got paid. Still got $44 million guaranteed. Yeah. Good for him.
Yeah.
But kept it in a way where the Ravens can still work and sign other guys to help them get over the hump.
Yeah, it was devastating to me. The hits kept coming, too. Nick Bolton, I saw re-sign with the Chiefs. Myles Garrett. The Myles Garrett deal's ridiculous with the Browns.
Yeah.
I mean, highest paid non-quarterback ever, essentially. Look at this. $40 million per year. 4-year, $40 million per year. $123 million guaranteed for Myles Garrett. Remember 5 minutes ago, he was saying how unhappy he was and he wanted to leave and go to a contender for a chance to win a Super Bowl. And then the Browns said, what'd you say? Hey, there's a Brinks truck outside with your name on it. Just go ahead and knock yourself out. And he said, you know what? I love Cleveland. I can win here. I'm good here. Funny how money changes things.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess now as we kind of look at the landscape, available free agents, you mentioned Cam Robinson. There's trade markets out there. There's reports the Seahawks are lowering the price on DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
I mean,
then the latest from him, he wants to play for a contender in a warm weather city.
Oh.
Chargers. Texans. Buccaneers. Yeah. And the Chargers simply can afford him, and that's what it keeps coming back to.
Yeah.
Either the Chargers have to trade for him, or the Seahawks realize there is no trade partner, and they end up cutting him.
Well, as we learned from the Myles Garrett situation, I still have DK Metcalf on the radar for the Patriots, and here's why. Because he's seeking a contract extension.
Wants to get paid.
So here's what you do, Pats. Hey, DK, I mean, during the summer and the fall, New England is one of the most beautiful places you will ever see. So what we're going to do is you can enjoy the warm weather while it's here seasonally, but we'll give you all the money in the world, okay? Will that help maybe change your decision on the warm weather nonsense and all the bad mouthing you've been doing about New England as an area? Will that help if we give you a big old new contract and guaranteed money? You're good with that? Okay, great. So DK's still on my radar. What about you?
1,000%, especially if the price is coming down for the trade to a second where it gets realistic, where the Patriots could still be in the realm of a trade back, get more seconds and all that. Like Ronnie Staley getting extended, if they don't get Cam Robinson, it changes a lot. But think of the simplicity of Geno Smith going to the Raiders, which changes the landscape of Sam Darnold, where, yes, you lost the Raiders.
Yeah.
But then if the Seahawks sign a Sam Darnold, which actually could make sense.
Yeah, it does.
It just takes away the reality of maybe Sam Darnold going to a Titans team, right?
Yeah.
And then you still would have the Titans, Browns, Giants still all being quarterback needy.
Yes.
And there still is that realm of a Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter could fall to them at 4, or that they can sign a Cam Robinson, trade back, and get a Will Campbell. And they just fortify their offensive line. Look, it's Cam Robinson. People have the question marks. I know there's reports of, culturally, he refused to go in the game for the Jaguars because, they said Walker Little's going to play. That was also him nearing a trade deadline, which eventually sent him to the Minnesota Vikings, where he goes like, all right, you're not going to play me. You're not playing me if you want me to be traded, and I'm not going to risk my long-term possibilities as well getting paid.
Sure.
He's a 7-year starter at left tackle with 35.5-inch arms.
Man.
We're talking about arms and arm length and all that. 35.5-inch.
Yep.
He'll be 30 next season, and he's still good.
Yeah, he is.
In 6 seasons of 550 or more pass block reps, never has allowed more than 8 sacks. He had a bad year this past year, but when you go from Jacksonville to Minnesota, you're changing schemes, you're changing language.
Yep.
And it's a lot to be a left tackle and, change where you are and learn just new lingo and how the guy to your right is playing. That's a lot. All right, fine. If Doug Marrone is who he is, you sign a Cam Robinson and then he helps.
Absolutely.
So that's the thing. Like, go sign. And you know what's going to happen? Cam Robinson I'm calling it now. He's going to get paid more per year than Ronnie Stanley. And that's because that's what the market is. And when you hit free agency, that's how it happens.
Yeah.
And Patriots fans can't put their arms up because if you're going to pay him more, but you get what you need.
That's right.
Because he will be a left tackle for the next 2, 3, 4 years.
Absolutely.
When there's Dan Moore in Pittsburgh, he's okay.
Yeah.
And I don't want stopgap. So for me, it's Cam Robinson.
I agree.
It's Darius Slayton, and then off-ball linebacker to get creative a little bit. I want Dre Greenlaw. 6 foot, 230 pounds is an absolute missile.
All right.
He'll be longer return from that torn Achilles. And here's the thing of it. Like, there's a DK Metcalf talk, and I get it. If they miss on DK, you get a Darius Slayton. People can be like, well, what? He's not even a wide receiver one.
Younger.
He's a wide receiver 2 on all but like 5 teams in the league at most. Let me ask you this. Are these guys wide receiver 2s around the NFL? Kendrick Bourne, yes or no?
Yeah.
No. Keyshawn Boutte.
Fringe.
Keyshawn Boutte.
I would say Bourne's fringe.
Okay.
No, definitely no.
Cool. Demario Douglas.
No.
Jalen Polk.
Hell no.
Cool. Javon Baker.
Hell no.
Cool. You're getting a guy that would be a wide receiver 1 on your team and wide receiver 2 so many other places.
Yeah.
Go sign a Darius Slayton.
How about DJ Reed at corner? I want someone the opposite side of Gonzo who
I like it.
Who can make splash plays. And now good luck throwing the ball on my defense, right?
Yeah.
I feel like DJ Reed, because he's played alongside Sauce Gardner already, kind of gets it. Kind of gets like, okay, they're likely not going to test this Christian Gonzalez kid much. They're coming my way, and I'm going to be ready for it. I think that's just a unique sort of perspective to have as a corner in this league. I know a lot of guys want to be the man, right? But DJ Reed, I think, uniquely understands, hell, I can get paid like a 1 in New England. I can get paid like the top corner because Gonzo hasn't hit the market yet. But he knows how to be Robin to Batman, if that makes sense.
That's fine.
And I think with what Vrabel and the crew is going to do up front in the front 7 in this defense, if you put those two, DJ Reed and Gonzo back there, you are not having success throwing the ball on the Patriots. And they are in one-on-one shutting everything down.
No, I definitely like that. They need to get better on the outside for sure, defensively.
That's right. And left tackle, please, football gods.
On the outside everywhere. Tackles, edge rushers, corners.
Yes.
And receivers.
Yes.